The Galactic Imperium had conquered 17 star systems without meeting significant resistance. Their tactical databanks classified Earth as a Class 3 pre-FTL civilization, primitive, divided, and ripe for conquest. Commander Drell stood on the bridge of the dreadnought Inevitable Victory, staring at the blue-green whirl on the view screen. "Begin the standard intimidation protocol," he ordered, mandibles clicking with anticipation. "Deploy the Vanguard fleet to their largest population centers. Let them witness our power." Humanity had no warning when the alien ships appeared in the skies above major cities across the globe. Each vessel was nearly a kilometer long, hovering impossibly above New York, Beijing, London, Moscow, and 20 other metropolises. The ships projected images of their previous conquests, planets burning, civilizations kneeling before Imperium forces. On the Inevitable Victory, Drell watched with amusement as Earth's primitive aircraft approached his Vanguard ships. "Allow them to get close," he instructed. "Then eliminate a few to demonstrate our superiority." The order was followed precisely. 3 fighter jets approached the vessel above Washington, D.C., and with clinical precision, 2 were vaporized by energy weapons. What happened next was not in the Imperium tactical manual. The 3rd jet, piloted by Major Thomas Reed, did not retreat. Instead, it accelerated directly toward the alien ship, missiles armed and a payload of experimental nanite warheads deployed seconds before impact. Reed died instantly as his aircraft became a kinetic weapon, but the nanites, designed originally for targeted cancer treatment, survived the crash and began their work. Aboard the Washington ship, Admiral Vex stared in disbelief as his systems began failing one by one. "What is happening?" he demanded as the lights flickered. "Unknown contagion in our systems," reported his second. "It's adapting to our countermeasures." In Moscow, humans didn't rely on sophisticated technology. A group of university physics students had quickly calculated the alien ship's resonant frequency and used the city's emergency broadcast system to bombard it with precisely that sound. The ship's structural integrity began failing within minutes. London's resistance came in the form of a hastily assembled electromagnetic pulse device, constructed by retired military engineers and civilian electronics experts working together. They couldn't match alien technology, but they understood principles of disruption. Across the globe, humanity responded not with unified strategy, but with unpredictable, improvised, and devastatingly effective counterattacks. Commander Drell watched in horror as his Vanguard fleet reported failure after failure. "Impossible. They're a primitive species." His intelligence officer, pale and shaking, approached with a data tablet. "Sir, we made a critical error in our assessment. Humans have spent their entire history fighting each other. Their technology developed primarily for warfare. They have thousands of different weapon systems, not the standardized defense we expected, and they're not afraid." On Earth, the initial shock had transformed into cold, focused rage. Governments shared intelligence freely. Old enemies became tactical allies. Every laboratory, every workshop, every military facility worked on analyzing the alien technology from the damaged ships. Within 48 hours, humans had reverse-engineered elements of Imperium shields. Within 72, they had adapted their nuclear arsenals to penetrate those shields. Drell ordered a full invasion, deploying 300 ships to crush the resistance. As they entered Earth's atmosphere, humanity unveiled their response. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't advanced, it was brutally, uniquely human. Retrofitted nuclear submarines launched missiles from unexpected locations. Ground-based laser systems, repurposed from astronomical observatories, targeted ship engine sections with precision. Civilian hackers deployed viruses specifically designed to confuse Imperium navigation systems, causing 2 ships to collide catastrophically over the Atlantic. Most shocking to the Imperium forces was the human willingness for sacrifice. When conventional weapons failed against a ship over Tokyo, the city's power plant engineers deliberately triggered a contained meltdown, using the electromagnetic pulse to disable the alien vessel. Drell watched as 30 ships were lost in the first hour alone. His communications officer reported that humans were broadcasting on all frequencies, not pleas for mercy, but warnings. They were telling the Imperium to leave or face extinction. "We miscalculated," Drell's tactical advisor whispered. Their historical database shows they've survived multiple near-extinction events. They've built their civilization on adapting and overcoming. And now we've united them against an external threat. Within a week, the Imperium fleet was in full retreat. Humans had captured 12 ships intact, each one providing new technological insights. Earth's scientists worked feverishly to understand faster-than-light travel, while military strategists planned for a counter-offensive. In his final report to the Imperium Council, Commander Drell wrote, "Earth must be reclassified immediately. They are not a Class 3 civilization. Their technological level is deceptive. What makes them formidable is their innovation under pressure, their diversity of approach, and their absolute refusal to surrender. They do not fight as we do, with precision and protocol. They improvise, they surprise, they sacrifice. And most dangerously, they learn at an alarming rate." He added a final warning. The humans have a saying that we discovered in their communication chatter during the conflict. It perfectly encapsulates their approach to our invasion. F around and find out. We have done the former, and to our great regret, accomplished the latter. Do not return to Earth. They will be waiting, and they will be ready. The Imperium Council voted unanimously to establish a quarantine zone around the Sol system, not to protect the galaxy from Earth, but to protect themselves. By then, it was already too late. The first human faster-than-light ship, reverse-engineered from captured Imperium technology and improved upon, was preparing for its maiden voyage. Earth wasn't just defending anymore. Earth was coming.